This is 100% my stuff.
In Germany, this would be a little honey pot.
This is like a 10 out of 10 thing for me. A little dip.
That's why I had.
Welcome to Valencia. This Spanish city is known for beautiful urban life, easy access to beaches, and of course, amazing food. We are making our way through Valencia, trying some of the iconic Spanish and Valencian dishes. Oh, and don't worry, there will be paella. We are staying in a residential area between the city center and the beaches, not too far from the Aora metro stop, and our first food stop is only a 3-minute walk away to enjoy a classic Spanish breakfast.
All right, buenos dias. We're starting with breakfast here in our residential area of Camín El Grau, I think, or Aora. I'm not sure which one we're in, but we're a little bit outside of the city center, and I got a very typical Valencian breakfast. We got this tostada, which is a baguette basically that they toast, and then there's tomato paste on it, and then avocado on top. And it came as a set with a little bit of olive oil on the side, orange juice. Interestingly, I learned that this is a very common thing in Spain. And then you can choose your coffee, and I of course went with a café con leche, which is always the best way to start your day here.
I agree.
In Germany, this would be a little honey pot, but here it's an olive oil. If that's not the Mediterranean way of life, then I don't know. I taste the olive oil that I just drizzled on. The tostada is pretty crunchy. I like tomatoes a lot. I like avocados a lot. So altogether, this is my kind of breakfast. I don't know when I had orange juice for the last time. It must have been decades ago.
I feel like I was a child last time I had orange juice for breakfast.
Better than I thought. It's actually fresh pressed one. Not that bad. This is on the more savory side of the breakfast here, and let's see the sweet one.
Hola. I decided to go for the sweet option, you know. I end up getting an ensaimada, which is a sweet, doughy, flaky thing. I think it originated in Palma de Mallorca. You see it all over Spain. Like we've seen in Barcelona, we've seen in Alicante, we've seen in Madrid. This is a nice sweet dough. You see how airy it is in all the layers? And what I like to do with this type of stuff is just a little dip. A little dip.
I wonder. I think that's what it's made for.
And then you eat it.
Before we make our way into the city, a quick word from this video's sponsor.
As people who are publicly online, we try to limit the amount of personal information out there on the internet. Incogni is a data removal tool that protects your data from data brokers. Your information could be everywhere online, and data breaches are happening often, like this case that left millions of Americans with their private information leaked. Incogni prevents your data from being secretly sold online and requests your data removal. It also reduces these annoying and unwanted spam calls, emails, and advertising. In order to use Incogni, all you have to do is create an account and grant Incogni the right to work on your behalf. Then you can just sit back and relax while Incogni does everything for you. It is that simple. So get your personal data back with Incogni using our code DianaPhil, and our link incogni.com/DianaPhil will get you 60% off an annual plan. And now back to the video.
And it's time to make our way towards the city center using the very convenient metro, taking us to the Assembly district.
We just stepped out of the train station. Dude, the first impression of Valencia is just like we're back in a proper city. This has like more than 800,000 population, and I think Alicante had like 340, so it's like 2.5 times as big. But man, it feels like a different world. So glad to be back here after 5 years.
This is one of the most popular districts of the city. It is just full of streets with beautiful buildings. Here there is a nice combination of residential buildings along with commercial businesses and retail shops and boutiques. Even though this area has very much a grid layout, the parks and the amount of plants make it feel nice. And our next food stop is in this district. This restaurant specializes in takeaway dishes. These meals are made daily, and when they sell out for the day. It is more for people to come and buy their lunches for the day and have a nice homemade style meal at work or at home, or in a park. Everything looked so good. One of the things we were looking for was out until tomorrow, but we found some iconic Valencian dishes to try.
All right, our next stop, we went to a takeaway restaurant that specializes in Valencian food.
Everything looked so good.
It all looks so good. So this is Fideuà, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So it's a Valencian dish. It's similar to paella, but it's made with short pasta instead of rice. It's seafood, so as you can see, we have prawns in there, we have shrimp, we have squid in there as well. But it's a short pasta, which feels 100% like my stuff because I like pasta. I love rice too, but...
You like Asian noodles, and this looks a lot like it.
So it came in this giant pan, and you just get an order to go. This one was €6.90, so €6.90 for this big thing, and we'll just give it a try. Oh, it's good.
Does it taste like paella?
So it's made with like a fish stock. You can taste it in there. There's a little bit of lemon, I think, on top of it. It has garlic flavor in there as well, which is really good. I just got a squid chunk, so that was pretty nice. They did a good job of putting a decent amount of seafood in there. I keep rolling through and there's more shrimp in there. There's more fish. Like there's a giant fish chunk in there. It definitely tastes seafoody. I think when you think of takeaway things, you think not as good, not as fresh, but it tastes awesome. I'm very happy with this. This is 100% my stuff, and dare I say, like a 9.5 out of 10 on the dish style. Like, I love this.
She loves this type of noodles. That's absolutely her stuff.
We're gonna have to go back to this place.
Yeah, so then also, I love how they have these green strips in the city everywhere. It feels like we're in the jungle, even though there are two like main streets on each side. You might hear it, but it's visually so nice.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a big rice fan, but I like that they give you a good amount of seafood in here, like Diana said, because that's always my fear with paella, that it's just flavored rice and not a lot of ingredients. Man, that's some seafood I can get behind.
Yeah.
That's super nice. Figueroa? What is it called? Fideuà.
Fideuà.
Let us know who pronounces better.
I suck.
The second little dish we got from here is called Esgarraet. This is a Valencian dish of grilled red peppers, cured cod, garlic and olive oil.
Yes, a lot of olive oil. She added extra. This was priced by the weight.
Yeah, that's why she added the olive oil. I really like grilled peppers. They go very well on pizza. If you haven't tried, give it a try. And we got a big ass chunk of fish on there.
Yep.
Big spoonful of all of it in this olive oil. It's apparently also a very local dish to Valencia. Oh, interesting. It's a cold dish. It's not just olive oil. I want to say there's some type of vinegar in there as well, because it's cured, right? It's very nice. I think this comes often as tapas on the side in small portions. And I want to assume that people eat this either with something like rice or probably just a white bread, like a baguette on the side. But this tastes very fresh, very light. So I think this might be a good lunch snack as well.
Yeah, it looks good.
That's really good, but this one, that's the shit, man.
I see that chunk of garlic. That looks nice.
Oh.
Oh, ho, ho. Now we're talking.
Okay, that was so good, this takeout restaurant. They have so many dishes, probably like 50 or more. And it seems like everything is like house cooked in the morning. But we're gonna head deeper into the city now. And I think later in the video, we're gonna have a proper huge Valencian paella, which should be the highlight of the area.
As we make our way into Valencia's Old Town, we are greeted with charming narrow streets and many well-maintained historic buildings. During our visit, there was a ceramic market with a lot of beautiful pieces. There are several iconic plazas with walking tours, biking tours, and people trying to go about their day.
When we were here like 5 years ago, we stayed just a few blocks away. So this is where we spent most of the time. This is definitely scenic. Like, this is beautiful.
Yeah, I actually do believe that this area, the center, is probably having the most impressive architecture in all of Valencia. I think this building right here is the current city hall of the city. And if you turn around, you not only get a Taco Bell and a Burger King in the corner there, and it's just nice how open the city is. Valencia has all the space inside the city. It's either green parks or open plazas, and I really enjoy this feeling right now.
It's about lunchtime now, so we decided to go for some tapas tasting for an afternoon meal.
Since it is a Spanish food tour, we needed to come to a tapas bar. Tapas bars obviously are everywhere in Valencia, and depending on the region, they work a little differently. We decided to come to one that is very highly rated and recommended. It's called Casa Vani.
The restaurant has a cute older vibe, and we ordered the tasting menu to try out a few things. Phil is starting off with this Montadito with a tomato sauce covered meatball, 2 roasted padron peppers, and topped with a very average sized pickle.
Oh, the pepper gives it a nice contrast. I like the combination of the pepper with the meatball. It's very good.
Buenos dias. So I decided to order an Agua de Valencia, which apparently has like every alcohol in the book on there.
Agua de Valencia translates to Valencia water, but it's anything but water. This cocktail includes cava, gin, vodka, and orange juice.
I'm feeling great.
And let's just say this one was strong and should potentially come with a warning label.
We have this one, which is a little Montadito with serrano ham and a tomato on top, as you can see. And then I'm gonna shove it in my mouth. Perfect after some gin and vodka.
The next Montadito came with brie cheese and topped with tomato marmalade. We've had variations of tomato marmalade throughout Spain, and it is so good. I'm quickly falling in love with it.
Let's go to try. I love brie. It's an awesome cheese. Marmalade on top is really nice as well.
One of the 5 things was a tortilla de patata, one of my favorites in Spain.
Tortilla de Patatas is a traditional dish from Spain. It is made with eggs and potatoes and often includes onions as well. There are variations with cheese, ham, and other vegetables, but this one is a standard one with some aioli on top.
This might be the one thing that I would choose to eat forever if I can only choose one Spanish food.
And Phil loves potatoes. I've made it at home a few times.
So good.
Please don't eat it all.
The last item from the tasting tapas plate is this date filled with goat cream cheese and bacon. The owner was kind enough to bring us over 2 full-size versions after seeing my reaction to just the taste test version.
I'm also feeling it so hard right now, so I'm sorry for the video in advance.
You're not even that far in.
Clearly, I'm gonna need a nap after this meal. But these bacon-wrapped dates are so good. I am definitely going to attempt to make these at home.
This is like a 10 out of 10 thing for me. I love this type of stuff, like bacon wrapped dates or with cream cheese in it.
So creamy on the inside. Wow, I think I just became a date fan.
Last but not least, we ordered these garlic prawns, which are a pretty classic tapas throughout Spain. The prawns are soaked in olive oil and garlic and definitely have this yummy garlic smell.
Nice bath of oil with garlic. Then they're all pre-peeled, which is very nice. Look how it's dripping up there. They're nice, they're not overcooked or anything. They have a good bite to it still.
The bread slices are perfect for dipping into that garlic olive oil.
This is really, really nice. I think I like how they embrace here this like olive oil culture, the garlic, the spices. It's just everything's a little bit more flavorful. So overall, this is actually a very nice place to come to. I also like the interior. It's very old school. What do you call that?
10 out of 10 vibes.
We have Tipsy D in the house. That was very nice. It's a little bit upper class and very nice interior though.
Nice vibes.
Yeah, and we actually spoke to the owner a little bit, who is a Dutch woman. She said you should not order the tasting menu, you should order from the actual tapas menu, then you get the better versions of it. And she brought out these bigger prunes and that proved that point. And,
they're dates, they're not prunes.
Very nice, yeah.
I'm not the sober one and I know what they are.
All right, yeah. So big
so
cocktail
rude.
in the morning. I gotta put her to bed now and then I'll go out and finish this food video alone.
Yeah, so we continue to enjoy the Old Town and all of its charming corners.
In case you were wondering, the Germans made it here too. Bretenbier, beer house, cerveceria, and they even have the average German waitress here.
It's the afternoon, so it's siesta time in Spain, but it's Kaffee und Kuchen time in Germany. So we're bringing the two together and having a Spanish pastry break.
So we decided to go for a little sweet break and we got something iconic to Spain, but also to Latin America. We've got an horchata. An horchata is a chilled, sweet, and creamy beverage that includes rice, tiger nuts, and almonds. The one I'm used to, it has a little more cinnamon in it. We decided to get this one that's like slightly chilled.
Looks like a milkshake.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's really sweet. Oh, that's so good. It's this like creamy texture and the nuts give it a little like nutty. I'm used to it being a little more cinnamony, so it does taste different than the one I'm used to, but very good. And we decided to get a Farton.
Get your fart on.
Phil and I keep saying get your fart on, but it's a sweet pastry. It's very light, it's very milk floury, and I'm just gonna dip it in here. This is how you do it, this is how you do it. This is what you do. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
It's the perfect sponge to soak up all of this flavor. It's so good. Dang. This combination, be careful, it's gonna drip a lot, be careful.
Dip it a little longer so it soaks a bit more. Very unused to this, like very unusual taste for me.
That's my stuff. I like it a lot.
Oh, that's super nice. That's the kind of milkshake I wanted, not the one from Corte Inglés. But this one's very nutty and milky and ass cold. I like that. Not sure about the fart on. I'm like not a big fan.
That was so good. But before we visit our last food stop, we wanted to enjoy this beautiful long park that really sets this city apart from others. This park adds so much green and space to enjoy outdoor activities. From cafes to playgrounds to dog parks, there is so much to do in this park.
It's like art, but a playground.
Oh, dude, it's a lying person.
Yeah, with a sword.
I just saw that. Oh, there's a sword.
Yeah.
Dude, I did not see that.
Feet, and there's the hand
And he's been decapitated.
holding around.
Oh, the head is behind.
So fun. I feel like that's more exciting than just the standard playground, right?
At the end, there is the iconic Museum of Arts and Sciences, an IMAX theater, opera house, and aquarium. Some of you might recognize this area from many films and TV shows.
And this right here is the famous City of Sciences. On this side is actually my favorite building. This is, I think, the Opera House, but doesn't this look like a big white Darth Vader helmet?
And going up to any Corte Inglés mall usually gives a great view of the city. There are also cafes where you can enjoy food, drink, or dessert, but the views are usually the best part.
Okay, did you know that Valencia is the birthplace of paella? So of course we have to try it. But instead of paying 40 euros for one paella, we decided to pay way more and make it ourselves. We joined a cooking class to learn more about the food and culture of this city. They started the tour at the city's so-called Cathedral of Senses, Valencia's fresh produce market, which is the biggest in Europe. We did a little tour of this market and picked up some of the supplies we'd be using in our dishes.
The awesome big tomatoes of Valencia. Never been photographed. They told us it's highly illegal to film or photograph them, but I got proof now they exist.
We learned that the bomba rice used in paella is quite expensive and averages around 15 to 25 US dollar per kilogram. No wonder that paella is pricey nowadays. This market had everything and it is a must visit if you are into fresh produce. But be aware, as a traditional ingredient of paella, there are many dead bunnies on display. But it's time to start cooking. Well, almost. In good Valencian fashion, this was a midday drinking, tapas eating while cooking extravaganza, and we're not mad about it. Tipsy D in the house! So the big metal pan is actually also called the paella, and we got step-by-step instructions. These are our ingredients. We started by frying chicken and rabbit meat in some olive oil until nice and brown. We add these green flat beans, which I love, grated tomatoes and this nice smoked paprika and saffron seasoning. Other people were making vegetable paella and a seafood version that looked very nice as well. We added some chicken stock, let it simmer a bit, and then it's time for the bomba rice, spreading it evenly around the pan. We also added snails, which are traditionally a part of Valencian paella. And in complete opposite to like a risotto, you do not touch your paella anymore from this point on. It's gonna do its own thing. A bit later the paellas came out and look how beautiful ours is. Like professionally made. Traditionally you eat it directly out of the pan and I couldn't sum it up better than this.
Best paella I had.
However, I think we can do without the rabbit or the snails. I gotta say, I wasn't sure why paella, a fairly simple rice dish, is quite expensive nowadays. But after seeing the price of the ingredients, especially the bomba rice, the time and effort that goes into each paella, and the fact that you kinda have to make each paella in its own pan, the price point starts making more sense. We love this dish, and when you're in its birthplace, you gotta try it.
And we had to touch those sandy beaches at least once while in Valencia.
All right, well, we made it to the beach. Valencia is a city very close to the beach. It's only a short tram ride over here, and it's very nice. This whole beach feels like it's so active. From the boardwalk, everyone is running. Then they have a whole bunch of volleyball courts set up, and people are just playing beach volleyball. It's pretty epic. You have the port on that side, some mountains on that side. It's a little cold to be swimming, but some people are definitely doing it. This is such a nice option to have so close to a city.
It's a very wide beach, very big, right?
Big beach.
Yeah, this beach, pretty epic, very nice to have close here. Oh, and by the way, YouTube thinks you like this video up here.
Or this one.
Or there.
I'm not sure where
One
it
of those, so maybe watch that next, and otherwise we'll see you next week.
Thanks, bye.
Don't forget to use our link in the description and discount code DNAPhil for 60% off when you sign up for an annual plan with Incogni.
There's the Costco chicken of Spain. Nice. Whoa, you can buy seafood by the kilo, frozen seafood. Interesting. That's kind of cool. For a paella.